everyone, it is me, iPod Girl, and Izzy the Assassin, and today we're jumping down quite the rabbit hole that we call...
We're watching the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dr. fucking Phil!
Yes, Dr. Phil, and we're doing the Jeremy DeWitt episode, and let me tell you, he's quite a rabbit hole.
Of course it's the fucking Florida man, first of all.
Sorry.
I'm sure you're not surprised.
No, not at all.
You live in the Florida man beehive that is called Florida.
Yep. I sure do.
Let's see what
I'm going to put some images on the
us.
screen, and I want you to pay attention. Let's just see how sharp all of you are.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna fail.
I already...
Okay. Now,
I don't fucking know.
who's got a really good memory? Raise your
Not
hand
me.
if you think you can tell me what you just saw. Sophia, we'll start with you.
Why
Five
is this
things
game
are up there.
show
How many
like
can you
shit?
name?
This is what you call COVID,
Nurse?
Dr. Phil.
Oh my god.
Since they can't have people in their studio, they video chat and they Skype them.
Nurse, police officer.
How much did they pay to
Firefighter,
be
you
on the
can't
fucking
remember
video
what
call
else.
with
Okay,
Dr.
that's pretty good. All right,
I
what else
don't
do
know,
you remember?
man.
Okay,
How
Leah.
much money do these people have?
There was a
Probably a
nurse,
lot. Dr.
police
Phil has a lot to
officer,
go around.
Firefighter, mail carrier.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I can't remember the last one.
It's fucking
Sophia
Dr. Phil we're
and
talking
Leah,
about.
you guys did pretty well. You got some things correct, except you all missed police officer. Why? Because that's not a cop.
Oh boy.
That is actually a funeral escort. Here's a video of a man you saw in the uniform that you thought looked like
Why
a
are
police
you nodding your
officer.
head like that? I can see it through the
Because-
fucking share screen.
I've watched this back in February.
Don't worry about what I am, because I'm a state agent. So what you need to do is make sure you're doing the right thing.
Remember the rabbit hole you jumped down with me the last time we recorded with the fucking dirty ass people?
I thought you were gonna talk about Raj.
No. Now the tables have turned.
This is payback for Raj.
Maybe.
Sit tight, sir. Please don't continue. Hey, boy.
Let me
Hey,
tell you,
please-
once you jump down this
Boy.
rabbit hole, you can't stop. You don't stop falling.
Okay, now, all right, the man in uniform is Jeremy, and he's outside the studio right now because he says
definitely looks
wants
like
me
a
to see his
dimwit to me.
motorcycle up close
Yeah.
to show me
To
how it
Jeremy
does
Dimwit.
not
Built
look
like a fucking
police
twig.
motorcycle.
No
He
shit.
says he's been falsely
His
portrayed.
head is so square, it looks like he came straight out of Minecraft.
We found
Seriously.
Steve's alcoholic father.
Yeah, we did.
in the media and victimized in his community and wants to clear his name. He has even asked for a polygraph test. Bottom line, he's facing felony charges and if convicted could spend up to 85 years in prison.
That's a lot of
lot
time.
at stake here.
For
Here's
what,
what
impersonating
Jeremy has
police
to say in
officer?
his defense.
Yeah.
Take a look. while
I'm
you
saying.
I
watch
know
that.
it's bad, but I didn't think it was that bad.
There's a
Jesus.
reason. You'll see why. And if the clips don't tell you why, I will. So.
Get the over.
Stop pretending you're a police officer.
Law enforcement is accusing myself and my contractors of impersonating law enforcement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Primarily what Metro State does is provide funeral escort services.
Also, I heard their
for
business
families
went out
and
of
their
business.
vehicles for a funeral.
Nice.
Take this intersection and
I mean,
keep
it's hard to
it under
imagine
control.
One of the things
why
that
it
most
didn't.
people don't
I
really
mean,
realize, it is against the law
pretty
to video a
obvious.
funeral procession.
Would you hire
It can
this
be
guy?
extremely frustrating when somebody that's not part of the funeral cuts into the funeral.
Blue car.
Sometimes things get very heated.
Get over.
The only
start
person
yelling
getting
at us.
heated is you, my dude.
I'm not stopping for you.
Where we have to mirror the same behavior.
You out of my funeral. Out of my funeral.
You're not the one that's
Even though we
dead,
wear
you
the high-vis yellow
dumbass.
shirts and we are using the purple flashing lights.
It's not your
some
funeral.
law enforcement still believes that we're impersonating.
It's not
Uniforms
his
are nowhere near
funeral.
the
He's
same or
not
the
dead.
colors of our
Although if he keeps
lights.
driving like he
I
does, he
believe
might
that there
be.
are certain members of law enforcement that are out to get me. My company has received a total of 86 citations for running red lights.
Starting to
or
see, is
using
the light bulb
marijuana.
starting to come on as to why his
We've
sentence
gone to
is so
court
high?
30 to
Alright, and we're back, because I'm not showing any ads within my video unless I'm getting paid for them. So, part 2. There's like 12 of these, so sit tight.
Look, people, we don't do this for the money, but like the money is nice, you know.
It's nice. It does pay for things.
It's not the
Jeremy,
reason,
how
but
are
like
you?
it's a nice benefit. It's a nice plus, if you know what I mean.
Let's put it this way: it's paid for a lot of upgrades on my computer. It's why I can do this. That's why I have this. If I could find my finger on my screen, there it is. That's why I have my mic, the thing that's around my mic.
Let's just say it's quite literally what keeps me alive.
Yeah, there you go.
AKA, insulin is fucking expensive.
Yeah, Florida's expensive too, but nowhere near as bad as New York, man. Anyways, let's get on with this. Let's get on.
Come on, let's go. Let's get back to Dr. Phil.
Yeet.
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. So this is your motorcycle,
Yes, sir.
and you've got 18 of these,
Crotch
Yes, sir,
rocket.
we do.
and they're all this way, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
not a motorcycle.
All
That's
right,
a fucking
and
crotch
this
rocket.
it says Metro State on the front.
Is it bad? I want
Yes,
one.
sir.
Where that usually
Just for fun?
says state police.
That one
or,
specifically?
Police or
Not
sheriff.
that one
Something like
specifically,
that.
just something like it.
And I
Like an
noticed
actual
you've got
motorcycle?
a
Nah, not really.
badge
Mage wants
image on
one.
the front.
I want one.
It's-
The
that
motor
says-
wings. Yeah, that is
that-
correct.
The only
it
A
says
friend of mine
Metro
has a
State
fully
here,
automatic
Yes, sir.
one.
and it says
Which is
vehicle
nice.
protection unit.
The only
Yes,
reason
sir.
why I wouldn't get one is just
Yeah,
because
where'd you get
stupid
this
people.
image?
That's
That
why you
image
gotta
was
watch for 'em.
actually one of the images that most motorcycle companies use from funeral escort companies throughout the U.S.
What
and that was one
funeral
that we
escort
used as well.
company uses?
Well, most motorcycle cops.
This is gonna be the second
and,
video that gives
like
me a
highway
stress
patrol
headache.
and all use that image as well, right?
Only in
It's
California.
already
and in,
begun.
I think
It's already starting.
Ohio. However, most agencies use the shield that they use. Florida
Okay.
doesn't have that logo. at
No,
all.
they don't.
All right. And
No, they
what
don't.
is this on the side? Is this a siren, a
That's
horn?
the-
What?
That's the horn. That's the bell for the horn.
Can we hear it?
Sure, yes, sir.
Totally doesn't sound like a police horn.
Okay. Now,
Mini story time. I was walking at night. I was wearing a dark hoodie, and they were looking for someone with a
For
dark
sure.
hoodie. And
You got stopped by the fucking cops, didn't you? They thought you were the guy they were looking for.
they scared the shit out of me because they beeped their fucking horn at me. I wasn't expecting it. I was jamming out, and all of a sudden I hear that burnt.
Fuck!
About pissed myself, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not the person you're looking for, but I hope you find him. Anyways, back to the video.
that's not meant to sound like a police officer.
Even
No,
Dr. Phil is
I
like,
noticed that this is black and white, like a.
Mm.
You agree this is like a police officer's motorcycle color scheme?
Well, in Florida, most agencies use white or blue or green motorcycles.
it's a
Black
white
and white is a very
motorcycle.
rare,
Or
almost
crotch rocket,
not
excuse
found
me.
at all law enforcement style motorcycle. So
Yeah.
we went with the black and motorcycles to make sure that we were
It's
very
not
different than
black!
low
No,
female
that's
escorts in the
fucking
East
not
Coast.
East Coast.
That's
Like, I would
really
know.
not helmet
I
and
would
the- all
fucking
of
know
that
of all
is
people.
that
That is not.
necessary? I guess that's for
never
safety.
once
Of course,
in the
yes,
on
yes.
someone seen that in the,
The
East
best thing
Coast.
about these
As
helmets
many
is
times as
during-
I've seen the
when it's
police in
raining,
Florida,
which
'cause,
it
you know,
rains all the
Florida,
time in
I
Florida,
know.
We're able to pull the visor down to
Yeah.
protect us from the rain. We have our
What about
communication
the rest
so
of
we can
you,
communicate
dumbass?
with each
The
other
rest of you's gonna
openly.
get wet.
And then we also have our video cameras to make sure that we're properly protected.
You never heard
from
of a
any kind
poncho?
things that are stated incorrectly.
And you think
Nope.
you've been harassed
Apparently
a lot
not.
by the
Yes.
police?
That's
down
why I
there.
call
Why
him
are they
Jeremy
picking on
Dimwit
you?
instead of
My
Jeremy
past.
DeWitt.
So they've carried that grudge all of this time, you think?
Well, one of the strong beliefs, which we've found a lot of proof of, is there is a sergeant that is trying to shut my business down behind closed doors
chose
because
this
he wants
series
to
of
start his own
videos?
funeral escort business in the state of Florida.
Yes.
Okay, and you've got a very
Starting to
successful
understand
business, right?
now.
He is a-
Dude, it's fucking delusional.
And now this is your
Oh,
attorney,
he's
right?
beyond
Okay.
This is
delusional.
Amelia Dan, one of the best attorneys in Orlando.
Trust
And
me.
Amir, thanks for
Oh,
taking
it's gonna
the
be
time
one of
to do
those.
this.
There's
oh, wait,
whole-
it
there's-
gets better moments, isn't it? It's gonna be one of those.
It's like
gonna be one
it
of
gets
those.
better
Yes.
moments that it doesn't stop. Because beyond Dr. Phil, there's hours and hours, probably years of worth of footage of him just being a dumbass and impersonating a police officer and getting stopped and arrested. There's court footage. There's, the judge basically tells him to shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about. Trust me, it gets better and it doesn't stop.
We have a total of 18 motorcycles, 2 of them being trainers, 10 vehicles.
Oh yeah, and they also, the reason why they
We've gone out of our
went
way
out
to
of
make sure we don't
business is
resemble
because
law
they
enforcement.
were also in a
High
lot of
vis
debt.
shirts, and purple flashing lights aren't used by your local law enforcement. None of those items could be considered to be impersonating law
They're
enforcement.
using the same make and model, same color scheme minus the lights.
Any issues
the amber looks
red-ish.
Now. I'm colorblind, so leave me alone.
Trying to figure out how we got to this point.
Get out of the way now!
Jeremy, a funeral escort, who says for the past
like
2
any old
years,
granny, like this is kind of sad because there are people, like there are elderly people who don't remember the difference, that actually mistake this guy as a police officer and fall for it. It's just kind of heartbreaking to see, to be honest. This is why it's such a big problem when he does this.
Victimized by local law enforcement, and as a result started wearing body cameras on the job. In 2019, Jeremy says he was pulled over and his footage was confiscated, and he has been living a nightmare ever since. Now, his attorney, Amir, says because of the seized recordings, charges have been filed against Jeremy, and he is now facing 85 years in prison. Eligibility list to become a police officer.
That is correct.
Okay.
You alive there, Izzy?
Yeah, I'm alive.
I want to ask about, this is one of the uniforms that you wear, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and this is one of the uniforms that you wear, correct?
That is correct.
And what do the pins on your uniform signify?
Well, we have our motor wings for gentlemen or
fake
ladies
badge,
that pass
the
the motor school that we
nameplate.
go through. So that way they can signify that they're part of the motor team.
Right, and Amir, you've represented
Basically
Jeremy
all
for how
shit they
long?
don't need just to look like police
5 or
officers.
6 years.
Well, like this, to go out on the streets in a black
Same
and white
shirt style, the
or
stars.
a black and white motorcycle, just
the hatches.
hypothetically, would you think that was
See what I mean?
thumbing your nose in the face of local law enforcement?
Fair question, Dr. Phil.
I don't know, can you hear me? Alright, sorry guys, we had a little bit of a technical issue and it is fixed for now, so let's get back to it.
This particular uniform, which is what they call a Class A uniform, is used typically on special funerals.
Yeah, the
for
Class
law
A uniforms have
enforcement
the long
officers, funerals
sleeves.
for folks with the fire
Major's mom
department.
calls it the monkey
It
suit
is
because
not
she hates it.
unlawful or improper to dress in that manner, any more so than it is to have a black and white vehicle.
She has one of those too, doesn't she?
Yep.
What do you wear on your
Not as
on
many
your
pins, I
duty
don't
belt?
think, but
On the duty belt that
like
we
she
wear,
has the
we
pins
have
on the
style.
neck. Yeah, very, very similar. Because since this is mimicking a police officer in a uniform, police officer uniforms and correctional officer uniforms, that people that work in the prison, they're similar, but they're not. They're different. Like
Different
her
enough
shirt,
that you could tell.
yeah, different enough that you can tell, and they don't really wear a belt like that. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not at work with her, so I don't know if she wears a duty belt
Obviously,
like
you're
that.
not at work with her.
Yeah, I'm recording this video. All right, let's get back to it.
radio. I have a tourniquet. We've come across cars on fire, things like that. CPR mask. I do have a baton. Most of my men
Legally,
and
you're
women
just
have a
when you
baton,
see a car on fire,
pepper ball,
dude, you're supposed to just
flashlight,
call the
as
police.
well as
But since you
close,
think you are the police, you think
you know,
you need to
close
intervene and then
contact
possibly
mates.
risk the people that
Well, you have handcuffs
could
on
possibly
you.
be inside.
No, we
See,
don't.
this is
Sometimes.
why this
You
is such a
arrested
problem.
with handcuffs, where they've taken handcuffs off of your duty belt.
Some of my men and women do wear
No,
handcuffs.
you, not
Yes.
your men and women. You.
That's correct.
Funeral
Who do
escort,
you
huh?
have the authority to handcuff?
We don't have the authority to handcuff
Then
anyone.
why would you carry handcuffs?
Exactly.
Well, if you're doing security or private security,
You're
or
not authorized to do security. Who do you have the
I can,
authority to
I can
handcuff?
feel the headache
You have no
forming
authority to
on you.
handcuff anyone.
Why
iPod.
would you carry handcuffs?
again, when you're doing in-house security, that you have the authority
Is it
to wear
really?
handcuffs, you would wear those. Just like any
He doesn't
loss
do
prevention
in-house
at a
security.
Target or a
But you
Marshalls
don't
or a
have.
Ross.
But you're not secure. You're not authorized.
That's
to
what
do
Dr. Phil's trying to
security.
get into his
You're not
head.
licensed to do security. You have no authority
really
to handcuff
trying?
anyone.
On a funeral escort, that
He's
is
trying to
absolutely
argue that
correct.
he can,
I
but
think more
Dr. Phil's like,
importantly, Dr.
no, no, you can't.
No one's accusing Mr. DeWitt of ever taking handcuffs out or applying handcuffs to anyone. That's never been the case.
Then
Nor
why
am
does he
I. I'm
carry
trying to
them?
get to his state of mind as to whether or not he sees himself as a law enforcement officer.
All right.
You've had complaints filed against you, which are part of what you've got upcoming. And
Let's see how this guy tries to weasel his way out of this.
Yep.
We'll start with the blue car. Let's just take a look at what happened.
Sure.
Ow.
What are
I
you
hit
doing?
my mic.
What does it look like I'm doing, dumb? Get over before you find
I've
out.
never come across a police officer talk
Listen,
like this.
I know
So he's
what I'm
really
allowed
just
to
giving
do
him a
and what I'm
bad
not
name,
allowed to do.
too.
What you need to do is figure it out before you start talking and cutting us off.
I'm not cutting anyone.
Go ahead and pull your little phone out,
I'm not
do
cutting
your little
anyone.
Google search, and figure out what we're doing and
This
what
guy
we're
is
doing.
infuriating.
Then back off and give us room.
I'm not interfering with you at all.
You are by
You are
running
blocking,
along.
You've been blocking traffic.
Yeah, I need you to stay to the side, sir.
Dude,
That's what the legal
I'm
law
gonna call
is.
the police.
Go back and look it up.
I'm gonna call the police on you. I'm gonna call the sheriff now.
Please, 911 right now.
I'm not calling 911.
Go ahead. Call them 911 right
I'm
now.
not gonna call 911.
Tell them
This
it's
is
on
not
video,
emergency.
too. Let them know all of us.
It's on video. We also have your tag number. So please
Let me know.
escort him to your
Look at Dr. Phil's face. He's just like, seriously?
What exactly are you?
What kind of?
Even
thinking
Dr.
that
Phil is like fucking
You're telling
flabbergasted.
him what to do, where
He
to
just
go,
can't believe the
called
stupidity,
him
man.
Names and
I don't blame
got
him.
really aggressive with him.
Right.
Come here,
Now,
you want my
if I
attention
can
so
explain, I'd
bad.
be happy to.
I'm all ears.
Please. So
You want
that
my
nice
attention
gentleman
so
there,
bad, now you got it.
what you don't see, because real world police edited the videos multiple times to the point where you're missing the 5 other times he's already driven and caused almost accidents in the funeral.
But he
Yes,
hasn't,
I
because I've
apologize
seen
for
them.
my demeanor and my speaking the way I was at that
They
point.
don't edit their
However,
videos
that
like
was
that.
the 3rd time I'd already spoken to him.
They post the whole
the
thing.
first 3 times that I spoke to him that were a little more polite, that at that point was no longer working. To be on the safe side, to keep my family safe, we needed to speak a little differently.
You happy now, Cubby?
So you're justifying that.
I'm not justifying my demeanor and behavior.
Yes, he
and I
is.
apologize for my demeanor and behavior. And
Yeah,
I
he
do
fucking
apologize
is.
to the gentleman if he's watching for the way I spoke to him. However, the safety of my family is paramount. And when I've already, and my other officer has already advised you multiple times.
Thousands and thousands of them. We have a handful of videos where someone, in this case, is being belligerent, but in other cases, are just non-compliant.
So let's talk about this. What do you think so far?
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, huh?
Yep, in a very, very, very aggravating way.
Very. Because as you can see, he's trying to defend everything he's saying. He's not listening to Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil's like, bro, shut the hell up and listen to me.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, shut your pie hole and listen to what I'm saying, because this is what's going on. From an outsider's perspective, this is what's going on. And Jeremy DeWitt's like, it's like, oh, but the law states that, or I can do this because, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? How infuriating this guy is? And the fact that he lives in my fucking state? God, I hope he's not still in my state. I hope he moved somewhere.
It's okay. He's probably in prison. It's okay.
The last I checked, he was. So.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. He lives
It's okay.
in my state.
Client, the funeral is allowed to go
It's
through
not okay.
a red light as long as it's...
Huh?
Relax. Relax. Breathe.
You're the only
Breathe,
one
woman.
freaking out here.
Think about something that makes you happy, like making your fans cry over black people.
Yeah.
Makes you happy.
Or making them blush.
Or making them horny. No, that's Mario's job.
Yeah, that's Mario's job, man.
And my job.
Although I can do it better.
That's my job.
Oh my God.
Boy, fucking episode 6. That was me, okay?
For those of you who are
you.
only subscribed to this channel, if you check out my main channel where I do role plays, check out Cursed episode 6. You'll see what we're talking about, or what she's talking about.
Me. That was
She wrote
all
that.
me. And you know that. You know that was all me. So if you think you can do horny better than Mario, you're fucking wrong.
Oh, trust me. You haven't seen what I can do by myself. Trust me, Izzy. I could probably make you blush. Especially with all the things that May just taught me.
See you try.
Especially with all the
That's
things May just taught me.
That's gonna be Challenge for the rest of 2022. Good luck.
Taking the light when it's green. The entirety of that procession has the right of way, even during the red light. And what this company does is it
Anyways, this
facilitates
guy
the
is really
safe passage
infuriating,
of
right?
all of those family members
Very.
and the grieving parties.
I just want to
go
punch my
from
screen.
the chapel to the cemetery.
Yep.
And it's not inappropriate to advise people to get out of that procession. He's not pulling that car over.
But you know that he does that.
All right, all right, this is about all the time I have for today. We're gonna make this a two-parter because it's so long. There's so many clips. We're on part 5 out of 12, so we're about just a little under halfway done. So tomorrow I will be posting the video, the part 2, and day after part 3 maybe, depending on how long part 2 is. So anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.